Hey guys, what's up? Alex here, and what we're going to talk about in this video is the state of sports betting in the US. So what makes the US particularly interesting for sports betting is every state has different sports books, right? So New Jersey does not have the same sports books as Colorado, does not have the same sports books as Arizona. You can see three of the biggest states with sports betting are Colorado, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. These states were also some of the first to, allow online gambling. New Jersey was the first. And, you can take a look and it's pretty fascinating just to see the differences from state to state in the sports books they have available. So we can see, Colorado has Ballybet, and I believe also Iowa has Ballybet, but this sports book, it's not available in any other states. So if you're in Colorado or if you're in Iowa, you can use Ballybet. If you're in New Jersey, you can't. Whereas if you're in New Jersey, you can use Bet365, and I believe New Jersey's the only state with Bet365. So unsurprisingly, the biggest sports books in the U.S., DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM, and Caesars, are in basically, every state. And it's also interesting, like some locations, Washington, D.C., they only have BetMGM, but if you go to BetMGM's site, you have to be within a 2-block radius of Washington Nationals Park to place a bet. That's the only location in Washington, D.C. where you can place a mobile sports bet on BetMGM. So it's pretty interesting from state to state, the differences in sports books. So what we can do with this data is pretty interesting. The first thing we can do is we can look at the sign-up bonuses. So if we go here we have every single sports book available in the U.S., and we have their current sign-up bonus. There may be slight discrepancies from state to state, but for the most part, these are pretty constant. Barstool, $1,000 risk-free bet. WinBet, $1,000 risk-free bet. And what we can do is we can back out the expected value of this sportsbook bonus and promotion. So as an example, we can look at Borgata, right? Borgata has, for new customers, this sportsbook's only available in New Jersey. You get $100 for new customers paid in free bets when you bet $20. So you log into Borgata, you deposit $20, you bet $20, you get $100 in free bets. We've explained free bet conversions a bit in other videos, but again, if you go to betting tools, low holds, what you can do here is we'll switch our state to New Jersey, and we can type in Borgata, and you can see you can typically get a conversion rate. In other words, you can convert your free bets into cash. Free bets are not cash. You have to place them and bet them once to turn them into cash. And you can see most free bets you can pretty easily convert into cash at any point in time at a conversion rate of 75%. You can wait around for 80, 85, but that essentially means you can turn $100 in free bets into $75 cash by, just placing your $100 free bet on BetMGM on this, fighter, Yair Rodriguez or whatever his name is, and then hedging on DraftKings at minus 400 odds on this person's opponent, Max Holloway. So you would place $300 on DraftKings, on Max Holloway, or on Fox Bet, I mean. So you would place $300 on Max Holloway on Fox Bet, and you would place your $100 free bet on Yair Rodriguez on Borgata, and you would convert that $100 free bet directly into $75 in cash, which you can then withdraw from your account. So what we can do is we can say, okay, if I can convert free bets into cash at a rate of 75%, then this Borgata, $100 in free bets is essentially worth $75. If I sign up for Borgata, I bet $20, I'm getting $75 for free, and I can just convert that bet into cash on OddsJam. So again, like switching around the states, you'll see different sportsbooks pop up. You'll see sportsbooks go away. Different states have different sportsbooks, which is pretty interesting. So we can go back here, and we can see we can do that for every single book. So FanDuel offers an $1,000 risk-free bet. If you lose the bet, you get back bet credits. So you can look around, and you can see just going to a sports book, looking up the sign-up bonus. So we see here, new users, risk-free $1,000 bet. So you can click on that and read the terms, but essentially you lose your first bet, you get it back in site credits, you bet that site credits one time, you convert it into cash. Whereas Bet Rivers, a different sports book, which is in a lot of states in the United States, they just give you a 100% deposit bonus up to $250, right? Using this code, 250 match. So you deposit $250 into BetRivers, you now have $500 in your account. So it's like they're giving you a free $250. So if we type in BetRivers, you can see $250 deposit match. It's just worth $250. You put in $250, they give you $250 for free to play with. You bet that once, it's cash, and you can withdraw it from your account. So, you can look through all these sportsbooks. We have every sportsbook, every sign-up bonus for all of the sportsbooks available in the U.S. So again, some locations suck. Wyoming only has DraftKings and BetMGM. Washington, D.C. only has BetMGM. Whereas some states are amazing for sports bettors, like Colorado, where you have BetRivers, TwinSpires, Betfred, Ballybet, Circa, SBK, a ton of different sportsbooks available to you as a bettor. And most of these sportsbooks have sign-up bonuses. So we can do that here. We can look at all of the sportsbooks, all of their sign-up bonuses, and convert that into, essentially what is the value of that sign-up bonus. So we said for Borgata, they're giving us $100 of free bets. That's worth $75 in cash, essentially, that we can convert to cash risk-free just using the OddsJam low holds page. So again, you just type in Borgata here, and I got to switch my state back to New Jersey since that book's not in Virginia. And we can see the highest conversion rates, and typically it's pretty easy to get 75% or higher. So what we can do now is we have all of the bonus estimates for sportsbooks. We have all of the sportsbooks. We have the states they're located in. We also, I guess, have state-by-state populations. So you can see, Pennsylvania has 12.8 million people roughly. So if we add up all of the total population of people who can even place a sports bet in a legal, regulated way on a U.S. sportsbook, it's roughly 99 or 97 million people, which is roughly 30% of the U.S. population. So it's pretty interesting because what we can do is we can take all these sportsbooks, all of their different sign-up bonuses, and we can graph that on a per-state basis. So Colorado, if you add up all of the sportsbooks located in Colorado, then the expected value of all of the sign-up bonuses is $13.5 thousand. So Colorado apparently has the best sports betting in the U.S. I always knew New Jersey and Colorado were close, but didn't expect Colorado to be better. New Jersey's second place with $11.6 thousand in sign-up bonuses. So again, all that means is if you signed up for every sportsbook in New Jersey, you did their risk-free bet, you got their free bets, you did their deposit bonuses, you could convert that into roughly $11.6 thousand. So pretty interesting to just kind of see the math, see which states are best. Obviously, Mississippi and Washington both suck. They only have BetMGM. But, it's pretty interesting to just kind of see this graph. And then you can also see which sportsbooks are the largest, which sportsbooks have the largest market share. So we can add up, the total number of sports bettors who can use a given sportsbook. So like FanDuel, it's available in all of these different states: New Jersey, Colorado, Pennsylvania, Virginia, West Virginia. We have the populations of these states. So you can see FanDuel is available to roughly 92 million people are able to place a bet on FanDuel Sportsbook. Caesars Sportsbook comes in second with 89 million. And you can kind of see a state-by-state breakdown based on population. Which is pretty interesting because Barstool, DraftKings, Caesars, FanDuel, and BetMGM are the top 5, and then it goes to BetRivers, then WynnBET, then TwinSpires, then PointsBet, then Unibet, then FoxBet, Golden Nugget, SugarHouse, The Score, PlayUp. So this is pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting graph to see as well. So again, if you were able to travel all throughout the United States and do every sportsbook sign-up bonus just once, you would be looking at roughly $18,000 in expected value. So again, BetMGM gives you a $1,000 risk-free bet. You should be able to convert that into roughly $562.50 based on this 75% conversion rate for a risk-free bet. So you can look through. You can kind of see different sportsbooks have different sign-up bonuses. The best one right now is Caesars. They're offering a $5,000 risk-free bet, which is essentially equivalent to $2.8K in EV. Again, if you place your bet, if it loses, you get back a free bet up to $5,000. So it's all pretty interesting to see which sportsbooks have the best sign-up bonuses. BetRivers is just a $250 deposit match, as we mentioned, so that's worth $250. Betfred gives you a $500 free bet, which is worth 500 times 0.75, which is $375. Now, we're not even including something that's also interesting to note, which is BetMGM. You can get an account in every state, right? So some sportsbooks, it's the same app from state to state. So in other words, if I travel and take a plane from New Jersey to Colorado, I'm logging into the same DraftKings account. Whereas for BetMGM, BetMGM New Jersey is completely separate from BetMGM Colorado. They're different accounts, different, betting apps, whatever you want to call them. So BetMGM, you can actually do the sign-up bonus in every state you go to. So if you wanted to, you could go to Indiana and get a BetMGM account. You get an $1,000 risk-free bet. You could then go to Iowa. You get an $1,000 or another $1,000 risk-free bet. Then Tennessee, it's another $1,000 risk-free bet. So what's really interesting about the U.S. as well is for some sportsbooks, it's a different book for every state. So for FanDuel and DraftKings, that's not true. If you go from Pennsylvania to Virginia, you log into the same FanDuel account and you can place a bet. You don't get 2 sign-up bonuses. Whereas for BetMGM, you go from Pennsylvania to Virginia, you have to sign up for a completely different BetMGM account and you get a whole new sign-up bonus as well. So just, to make that clear, if you wanted to sign up in all 12 states where BetMGM is available, that would be an expected value of all of the $1,000 risk-free bets in each of these states is worth roughly $6.75 thousand if you were to sign up for BetMGM in every single state. So I hope you found this video helpful. Again, it's really just to show you all of the different sign-up bonuses available on sportsbooks. Some sportsbooks don't offer any sign-up bonus, like Circa. They don't offer you anything when you sign up, but most sportsbooks have some type of promotion for signing up, like PlayUp gives you a $500 deposit match, Golden Nugget gives you a $250 free bet, Hard Rock gives you a $100 risk-free bet, WinBet and a $1,000 risk-free bet, Barstool and a $1,000 risk-free bet. And again, there might be slight discrepancies from state to state, but these are the numbers I found online. Again, just kind of like going to a sportsbook site, looking up their promotions available for new users. So like Tipico, you can see it's a $750 deposit bonus, instant match. And if you look at the terms, it basically just says you have to play through that 1 or 2 times. So it's essentially like they're giving you $750, which is pretty incredible. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions about sports betting in the U.S., what states have sports betting, what books to get, anything like that, you can reach out to us and we'll be happy to answer. And again, thanks so much for your time. Bye.